Thank you, Glenn, and good morning to our listeners. It's with pleasure we welcome to the morning show StFX President Dr. Andy Hakin. And good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Ken. How are you this morning?
Great, thank you. And we're taking this opportunity on a weekly basis for a while to reach out to the community and let them know what's going on campus. And we certainly appreciate your cooperation with this.
Oh, my pleasure. Our goal is to let people know what's happening in the community and tell them about what's happening out there at StFX.
Students continue to arrive. This is a big weekend for first-year students.
Yes, we have 2 welcome days on Thursday and Friday of this week. Our first-year students will be coming back to us Thursday and Friday. We've got them coming back in about 2-hour time slots, and we'll be there for both of those days, welcome them back to the institution. Then on Saturday and Sunday, we've got our higher year students coming back to the institution again, welcome them back to the community and ensuring they're installed safely.
I understand your wife will be joining you for the meeting as well.
That's right. We're looking forward. My wife, Linda, will be with me welcoming those students. We're doing this as a couple, and it's part of our reach into the community.
You had mentioned time slots, and there is obviously a good reason for that. A little detail.
Yeah, what we want to do on campus, Ken, is to ensure that we don't have overcrowding as people come in. And so we're arranging the returns 2 hours so that we've got that safe social distancing going on between people on campus, and we can adequately handle the number of people coming on.
The students have acknowledged a commitment to the community and the guidelines which you folks at the university have established for them. Yes,
those community practices are the guidelines we put out right at the start of saying we're going to reopen as an institution. Students need to sign onto that in order to get back to the institution and take their classes. It's important. It's a commitment to the community. It's a commitment that says not only will I look after myself, but I'm going to look after others around me by following the rules to the best of my ability. The hand washing, the social distancing, the masks on campus. Being a good neighbour, Ken, that's what this is all about.
It's been a huge undertaking.
It has been a huge undertaking. And, not any one person has done this by themselves. Without the hundreds of volunteers, literally, we've had 230 volunteers working with us over the last few weeks to supply kids with groceries and to look after those in the community who are in off-campus housing. We've had nurses. We've had healthcare professionals. Our own professionals, health professionals on campus, have been working to give injections. The staff behind the scenes, the facilities management staff, the caretaking staff have done a magnificent job. Sodexo have done a magnificent job in sort of keeping our students going. It has taken an army of resources to ensure this safe comeback of students.
Testing centre is up and running.
Yes, it has been. And now most of the students are through the second line of testing, of a 3-test regime that they need to go through. It's called asymptomatic testing. They'll get their last tests in the next couple of days as we head towards Thursday and Friday, and that will complete that study that has been done by Dr. Barrett from Dalhousie University on behalf of the province. It's been a great undertaking, and of course, Ken, at this point, the news is that no one has been found to have COVID.
That is the good news.
It certainly is.
Speak to the green bracelet. It's very important to the people in the community.
Yeah, those individuals that will go through the self-isolation, successfully complete the self-isolation, will get a green bracelet. Those that are arriving from inside the Atlantic bubble will get a green bracelet and need that in order to complete their classes at the university. Faculty and staff will also be issued with a green bracelet to show that they have gone through the protocols necessary and understand what is required in this new environment of the university.
The importance of masks on campus and the mandatory part too.
You've got it. You've got to have those masks on campus. You'll have seen signage at the major entry points to the campus. We'll be supporting that in the days ahead with stations set up at the entry points to the campus and some right on campus that remind students, mask up, social distance, have you washed your hands, have you self-checked today, have you gone through the protocols, just to ensure that we're going to reduce the possibility of that transmission of COVID.
There will be lots of opportunity for students to ask questions at the Here to Help tables as well.
Absolutely, there will be, and we're there to support them again. Our goal is that if anything happens, it won't be through lack of information, Ken.
You had the opportunity for off-campus visits with other people who are very concerned about what is going on, and of course, those are all the stakeholders.
Yes, that's right. We've started to go around some of the houses where students are living off campus, just introducing ourselves. I think that's an important thing to do, but also asking if they've got any worries or concerns and reminding them of their responsibilities to the whole community. This is a community that is anxious. And I'm just passing that on to the students to let them know that, hey, you know, as good neighbours, we have a responsibility to look after our neighbours. It's also an opportunity to bump into people on the street and tell them what we're doing and just say hello to a few folks that I've not met before.
The president of StFX University, Dr. Andy Hakin, is our guest on the morning show. Give our listeners an idea of the numbers between off-campus and on-campus students.
We've got about 1,200 students who have gone through the self-isolation. And in terms of self-isolation, about 400 of those were on campus, the rest were off campus. In total number of bodies coming back to the institution is in the region of about 4,800. 4,800 individuals, about 50% of those are from the Atlantic provinces. 30% of those are roughly from outside of the Atlantic provinces, and the balance from various other places. So it's a good mix of students, a very good demographic for us, and we're looking forward to welcoming them all back this week.
The role of student life and student union is more important than ever, especially with COVID.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Sarah Elliott and her team, Students' Union President and her executive team. They have been so supportive of us and working with us to produce this great environment for students. We worked earlier on in the year on the Memorandum of Understanding about what we would commit to do to look after our students, and the Students' Union have been with us every step of the way. So big shout to Sarah and her team.
With the numbers that you shared with us just a little bit earlier, we have an update on some more fines that were levied.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Over the weekend, we learned that 3 more students have been fined for breaking that self-isolation protocol. And those individuals will be then subject to our protocols inside the university for another disciplinary procedure.
Speaking to the code of conduct, if you will, the code of conduct for students on campus would be no different than the code of conduct for students off campus. Would that be correct?
That's correct. There's one code of conduct, and everyone needed to sign that before coming back to the university, and they accepted that was the rules of the game. And we're just moving forward with it.
Where are we with the first fine?
The first fine is going through that internal disciplinary process at this time.
Any kind of a timeline on a result there?
I have to leave that to my colleagues within the institution to work that one through.
Fair answer. And of course, as we mentioned, the number of students that are involved in enrollment at StFX University, the number of fines is minimal, right?
That's right. It has been minimal, but what it does is serve to put out that notice that this is a community that is taking safety and personal responsibility very, very seriously. We stand by what we say on the Good Neighbours Guide. Those community protocols are very important to us to have that confidence from the community as we go forward. And so this is actually a way of demonstrating that we mean business with this.
For more information on the community guide, you can email community@stfx.ca or call 902-867-2276. The president of StFX University, Dr. Andy Hakin, has been our guest on the morning show. Anything else you'd like to add this morning?
Just thanks for the opportunity, Ken. Really enjoying speaking to our community via XFM.
Enjoy your weekend and as registration continues.
Thank you very much. I'll pass on your best to our students.